Live.
We are live. Hello, everybody. Hi, Bren.
Hello.
How are you this morning?
I'm actually in a winter snowstorm right now, so
okay.
I'm good. Yeah.
We're actually going to have a little heat wave today, and
Oh,
I'm not
good.
dressed for it, so I'm definitely going to have to go change.
Well, we're 37, which is warmer than we've been, but it's still snowing. So. 37.
37. Okay.
Yeah, that's not too bad because it's been way colder.
Okay. Well, we're supposed to be like 65, 66 degrees today. So,
oh, geez.
I know. I'm going to have to go put on my flip-flops.
You're way overdressed.
I am, right?
Yes.
Now, I didn't know that when I got dressed. That was the problem. Well, we could talk weather, right? How about we get into some stamping, though? Okay, so, and Brenda's going to let you know about this, too. There is a mistake in my download today. I'm so sorry. So, I'm not going to give you the download information just yet because I want to go fix that. I want your download to be correct. I realized I left something off and I want to get that fixed for you. So when my live's over, I'm going to go get that fixed, and then you can go over and get my free download. But I've got some really fun cards. I love geometric shapes. Maybe it's because I'm a child of the 80s, but I really love geometric shapes. And so I wanted to kind of get a little creative with some designer series paper scraps that I have. And I'm excited to teach you these. Let me go ahead and head over to my stamping table. This is the download that I said you don't want just yet, but I did want to let you know there will be one. If you click here, you'll be able to order any of the supplies that you need. Guys, I'd love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. But here's my favorite. This is where you can either click on this or you can open your camera app and scan it. It'll take you right back to this video so you can see it again. But we've got a great diagram for you. Yay for diagrams. I will get my little boo-boos fixed up for you and get that taken care of. So let's go over the cards. We're going to create 2 cards today. Actually, we're going to create 4, but I've got 2 more versions that are even a little bit different here because this idea was just fun. We're just going to have some fun with shapes. We're going to make a couple Christmas cards. And what's so cool is we are going to do it with a couple of scraps of 3x3 designer series paper. I mean, do you guys have lots of these? I always seem to have like a 3x6 laying around or, a couple 3x3s, and that is what we're going to do today. So are you ready to learn how to do some fun geometric shapes? Of course you are. You wouldn't be here. Let's talk about what we need. I have got 2 pieces of basic white thick cardstock. Give me a moment. I just realized my computer the volume was up. We don't want that. I have got 2 card bases, basic white thick, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. All right. I have got my 2 pieces of designer series paper. Guys, this is the sweetest Christmas designer series paper. I love me some polka dots and some Christmas stripes. And those are 2 pieces that are 3x3. I've also got a piece of basic white. This is a 3 by 5.5. We're going to use that for our focal images. And then 2 pieces of shaded spruce, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Oh, one of our cards, we're also going to add a little shimmer bow as well. So, all right, first things first, we're going to talk about how to do your cutting of the geometric shape. So we're going to focus on that before we do any stamping. I'm going to bring in a paper trimmer. And you guys know around here, I always try to simplify. I want things to be easy and simple, and that's what we're going to do today. We are going to take one of our 3x3 pieces of designer series paper, and we're going to find the halfway point, which is 1.5, right? I'm going to take that cutting blade. Let's get that out of the way. And I'm going to, instead of making a tick mark with a pencil, which you can definitely do, I'm just going to make a little tick mark here with my scoring blade. And I know you can't see it, but I can. It's right there. And what we're going to do with that is, well, you know what? This lighting is so bright that I can't hardly see it. Okay, so I'm going to line up my tick mark in the trimmer. And bear with me, guys. I got to really get down there to see. Yep, I am where I need to be. You're going to bring down the arm. Hold on to that, okay? Hold on to that paper. And we're going to cut. Do you see how we just lined up? We're going to line up that point and this point right here. Very easy to do. And Again, holding on to that paper tight. We don't want it to shift. That is cut number 1. We're going to do that same thing here. So again, I'm going to make a tick mark. Good thing you get to watch me do it again, because I hopefully can see it a little bit better. All right, we are going to do that same thing again. So corner here. Oh, it's just too bright. There we go. And slice. Of course, once you do the first one, it's really easy because now you can easily see that other mark. You are welcome to do a tick mark, though, with a pencil and erase it. I just, making the tick mark with the scoring blade is so easy. Now, one of your little triangles here, we're going to cut it in half. So it's real easy to do that. I'm just going to put the point right there in the track, and one of those is going to cut in half. That's it. Oh, wait, no, now we're going to work on the shaded spruce, but that is all we need to do to our designer series paper. So that is done. Let me set that off to the side. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, only guys, this is a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So to find the center of that, I'm going to have you go to 1 1/2, and it's the tick mark that is in between 1 1/2 and 1 3/4, and that is known as 1 5/8. If you're like me, 5/8, 3/8, they drive me crazy. So I like to just kind of tell you what it's in between. So there is my tick mark. And guys, we are going to repeat that exact same thing. All right, so while I'm cutting, because now you've already seen me do this, I've had my Christmas music going, and I'm sure you guys have too. It's, I do. I love my Christmas music. It's wonderful. But so we have this tradition, and well, I guess we'll call it a tradition. But when we go to, we rent a cabin for Thanksgiving. So the girls and I and Rich, we all head out to the cabin. Of course, you got to listen to Christmas music on the way to the cabin. When they were little, there's a song that would come on XM radio called Dominic the Donkey. Well, for whatever reason, my girls thought it said it's time to lick the donkey. So whenever we hear Dominic the Donkey, we have to sing, it's time to lick the donkey. That's just how it is, right? You've always got those funny songs. So, all right, I have got all of that cut, and get my trimmer out of the way. There are all of my pieces. You notice I did it the exact same way that I did the designer series paper. Okay, we're going to do some adhering, and let's see. I think on this square, you know what? I don't think I did that right. Why am I should have 2 of these. Oh, you guys. I think I was supposed to do that on a different one. You know what? We're just going to go with it. We're going to do a totally different card. It's all good. You know what I did? The other cards that I'm going to be sharing with you, I cut it like that. But I'm not kidding when I say it's all good. It all works out the same. Not a big deal. So I was just talking about songs. We'll talk about songs while I adhere all these little pieces down. Let's see what I can do here. Yeah, we're gonna do. I gotta think. I gotta think now that I'm on the fly. I gotta totally change what I was about to make, but that's all right, because this truly is one of those get creative. What do you want to do with these pieces? But we will show you a couple different ways that you can work with it. So I was talking about songs. There's another song that I cannot stand, and I can't stand it because it's called, and it's a fairly new song. It's not one of the old classics. The classics, rocking around the Christmas tree. I mean, I love those. The Peanuts, but I can't think of the guy's name. Somebody help me. I mean, as soon as I hear the Peanuts, Christmas time is here, I just get all warm inside. That's my favorite. But this song is called Santa Tell Me, and it's by Ariana Grande. And you know why I hate it? Every time it comes on the radio, what I hear is Santa Tummy. That is what she's singing. Santa Tummy. And I don't know what Santa Tummy means, but it ranks up there with it's time to lick the donkey. Okay, here are my pieces. So let me bring in a card base. And you know what? I'm going to show you. This is what I was trying to do. Okay, so I didn't mean to cut one of these in half. But you know what? It's my card. I can do it any way I want. As my friend Sharon Armstrong says, go rogue. And that is exactly what I am about to do. So I'm going to add some adhesive to one of my triangles. And we will add that, center it up from side to side there. I'm going to take these, and I did not quite do them correctly. So what are we going to do? We don't know what we're going to do. We're going to, you know what? We're going to go rogue is what we're going to do. Aren't you so glad you tuned in and watched Connie make more mistakes? That is so not going to work. So let me, oh, how can I do this? You know what? Wait. I can fix this. I can fix this. Look at this. I have, there's, oh, see, aren't you guys so proud? I always have backups. I always have backups because I mess up. So yes, all right. Made up for my error. No one will ever know, but I'm going to put this one right here. I'm just going to put it together because, as I said, with this project, oh wait, this one had the stuff on the back, so I got to make sure I'm getting the right one. When you adhere these down, and don't worry about this middle, it's not going to show, all right? So don't worry about that. But you know me, I kind of like to not press a lot of things down until I'm sure I'm happy with it, because you're going to really want to play with these. So now I'm going to take these pieces. And so what I had planned on doing was, I got to look at this correctly. I was going to do this, okay? And they're going to kind of sneak out of here. But then I thought, well, now wait a minute. Can I use these little peaks? Because I didn't want to waste those. So here's what I'm going to do. Ready? Cut. And cut. There's no right or wrong. Okay, remember, all of this is going to get hidden. So just get those points cut off so we can use those on another card. So let me set that off to the side. And now we will take these and let's see. I think they kind of went on about like this and like this. No. Let me put all my pieces together. Make sure I get these. Well, you know what? I think I did it again. Goodness, Connie. You know what? It's a day. It's, okay, so these two. Oh, yeah, this will be a great live, Connie. Go for it. All right. Now I'm kind of getting myself figured out here, I think. No, these little pieces need to go. The little cut pieces need to go to the inside. Okay, can I just confess right now that I did this project about a month ago, and I think that's where my problem lies. Oh my, I'm just a hot mess. You guys are laughing at me. I should go, okay, luckily you guys are not, you're just talking about snow. Let's try this. You know what I said is just, you do you. Let's try this. How about if we do, ooh, yeah, there we go. See, remember, it's all about creativity. Okay, so see how we've got those points going out there? That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to make everything work. So I'm going to take a point there. All right. Really, and I truly mean this, you guys, this is what's kind of nice about this project is that you just kind of get creative with it. I'm going to do that because now I want to move on to the other card. Remember, I'm going to do my stamping here in a minute. And we'll, like I said, we're going to cover that up. We're not going to let that stay that way. Now on this one, let's see, I've got some points left over. And for these, let's see. I've got a couple of these left. So how about we do that? I can put those there. And then I can add these points. Remember, just getting creative here. And there goes the dog. Great. You know what? Let's do, oh, that dog. Free puppy. Come get him. No, I'm kidding. Do you know we're coming up on his gotcha day? Next Thursday. So you notice I'm just playing. You know, this is what this card is all about. And see, I've got one of these on wrong, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Really, let's do that. And then these, again, we'll just get a point. Hey, that's going to work. So let's start adhering these down. I'm telling you, that is what is so fun about this card, is because you just get to, oh, Brenda says Tugger's my buddy. Oh, he is definitely Brenda's buddy. She was here a couple weeks ago, and he demanded a lot of playtime from Bren. And oh my goodness, though, we left for Thanksgiving. He was not a happy boy that we left him with a sitter. We had somebody come house sit and dog sit, and he was not happy with us by the time we got home. Remember how I said I'm not going to adhere anything down and press it down? Obviously I'm adhering, but I'm not going to press anything. So I'm not at all worried about what this looks like here, like I said, because we're going to cover it up. So let's do this point here. I think I'm pretty good. Oh my goodness, are those the ugliest cards you've ever seen? Yes, they are. Now let's make them pretty. So I have got a piece of some basic white. I think this was about a 5.5 by 3. For one of the cards, I'm going to bring in shaded spruce. And honestly, I'm kind of laughing at myself, but happy at the same time that things did not go the way I wanted them to, because it allows me to come up with totally different cards. How about Christmas to Remember, a fantastic stamp set. I'm going to stamp that in shaded spruce and stamp that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and close up my ink pad so I don't wear it. I love that you guys are laughing at me. Thank you. I need you guys to be laughing with me and at me, because I deserve it all. There is my punched sentiment. Let me set that one off to the side so we can go ahead and make this card first. And that's going to be this one. Now, in advance, I cut a couple more of these. By the way, this is the decorative circle punch. Yes, decorative circle. But you could use any punch that you have, or your circle dies, or really anything you want. We're going to expand this punch. And this is one of my favorite techniques. I do this one quite a bit. Okay, do you see how I just cut them all in half? Just cut them in half. Now what I'm going to do is, do you see where this little scoop is? Let's just cut off some of that from the side. It's just going to get some of the bulk out of there, and it's going to keep, what we're doing is we're going to create a layer here. And you also notice there's no, neatness is not going to count here, because we have that done. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to stretch a punch. So there's the top. I'm going to put adhesive here at the top and bottom of my stamped sentiment. And now, you know what? I should have stamped that a little bit different. Boy, I'm just on a roll today, aren't I? You know what? I think we're going to do it this way. We're going to add that there. Then we're going to take another one, and we're going to add it right there. Let me try a different one. I just got off a little bit. But really what we need to do, come here, we just need to line up. There we go. We just need to line up the curves of that one. And guess what? I'm not even worried that it's not all perfectly straight. It's not going to matter, because look, see? I'm just going to go back to singing Dominic the Donkey, because at least I know how to do that right. La, la, la. La, 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 la. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some Stampin' Dimensionals. Does anyone else know this song, or am I just the only one? And does anyone else think it's time to lick the donkey, or is it just me? All right, some Stampin' Dimensionals will make this a very happy card. And we are going to cover up that hideous mess. But you know, more than anything on today's card is I wanted you to learn how to just use some scraps and create some fun cards. Now that I had to do this one different, because let me show you, that's what my original looked like. So yeah, I kind of have things a little bit odd. I think I'll probably come in and do a little stamping, or maybe bring in, you know, I think what that, oh, look at that. I think that would do it. Maybe up there at the top. What do you guys think? I think adding a bow would make a huge difference. So let's do that. My mini glue dots to the rescue. And by the way, guys, can I just, this is how I create. I make lots of mistakes and just kind of keep going and see what I can come up with. And you know how we say there's no mistakes in creativity, just fabulous opportunities to create something new. So like I said, there is my original. This one's a little bit crooked. I should have given him a little more help. Let's focus on this one because we like that one. So that is how you can stretch that decorative circle die. Now for this one, and remember, this is the one that I cut all wonky too. Let's do some heat embossing. This is the time of year that I absolutely love to do heat embossing. Do you guys do heat embossing as well? I hope you do. I have got my embossing additions kit, and you notice I'm rubbing it down with my embossing buddy. That's just got a nice little powder. My hands are a little bit kind of like damp from, you know, my 60+ degrees weather today. And so we want to make sure I don't have anything on my cardstock, because embossing powder, it sticks to everything. So I'm going to say, may this be a Christmas to remember in Versamark. It's invisible. This is true. I'm going to take gold embossing powder, because gold is so perfect. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Guess what? I watched Rudolph last night. Did anyone else watch Rudolph? I was so excited to watch Rudolph. Okay, I'm going to take my heat tool. I'm going to heat it up, but I'm going to bring it down here so you guys don't have to listen to it. No Christmas is complete until you've watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And it's so funny. My husband and I were talking about it. Okay, now I can probably start heat setting. My husband and I were talking about it, that you realize we've probably seen this at least 50+ times. You know, when I was a kid, you only got to see it once a year. And oh, it was such a treat. The night, it was always Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer were on at the same time. Or not at the same time, but one right after another. Oh, we could not wait for Rudolph to come on. All right, I'm doing a little Christmas magic here. That heat tool is just melting. Isn't it so pretty? I love heat embossing. Look at that. It's shiny. And that's going to make my kind of ugly card look a little bit better because I messed up. Now I'm going to give you another tip, and that is let this cool. Oh, by the way, I even had my little fancy tweezers here, but I had this end to hold on to, so I was okay. Let this cool before you punch it out, because I have been known to stick this in here when it's still warm, and you know what happens? It smears. So I'm good and cool. Really, just a little bit. We just need to cool it for just a little bit. And, well, come on, cardstock. I think I warped it just a little bit with the heat tool. That's probably because I was busy talking about Rudolph when I should have been focusing on stamping. All right, now for this one, let me get my not so cute card, and I'm going to show you what it should have looked like. And we're going to do, oh, that's really bad. This will not fly. This will not fly like Rudolph. Nope. That's going to have to go. We will come up with something else to put right there. I don't know what, but we're going to come up with something else. Yeah, and you can take that either direction. Obviously, with my weird cut, we're going to go this way. My friends, please don't stop watching me because I made a hot mess out of that. Because you know what? I'm going to show you another set of cards, and we're going to do them right this time. So same idea only, and I was trying to go for masculine cards. I'm not quite sure if I accomplished it, but I think you can see this can be done in any color you want. Now, you've already seen me do all the work. Remember this cutting? Okay, let's go with that again. And I have got some pieces already cut. You notice these I didn't cut in half. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my card, and really this is where you can just kind of get creative. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the other card as well so I can kind of play. So I have adhered. Oh, by the way, in this paper you see, I want to make sure I do these correctly, unlike the last time when I did it. There we go. When you adhere these down, I have no idea what I was about to tell you. There we go. It's another cup of coffee day. Okay. No, not straight. And that's why it's another cup of coffee day. And now the other dog barks. Okay. Yeah, I needed to bring that one over just a little bit. What I was going to say is this designer series paper, I use the opposite side. So if you want to use the plaid, or you want to use the polka dots, or you can mix it up, which is what I did. So I can put these here. And then this one, let's see, what did I do? I went this direction, and I got to figure out what I was doing here. It was this, and yay, Connie got that one right. Like I said, this is just one of those cards I made a while back, and I honestly just kind of got myself lost in what I did. So you can see what we can do there. But remember, you can play. What do you want to do? Do you want the points coming out? So we can do that. And then remember what I said before? It's like, oh, I hate to waste all of that. So I can cut those. So again, we're playing, right? We're just playing. So let's go ahead and trim this off, and let's see what we can do. Because, and here's the other thing, guys, it's just paper. It's just paper. So this is not the end of the world. If your project doesn't come out great like mine, like, I'll just go cut some more paper and make it work. So, you know what? I want to make sure these are going. Yeah, I need to make sure. There we go. That my little triangles are going the right way. Boy, this is kind of making me like go back and really think. There we go. Look at that. So we can do that right there. And then with these little extra pieces, we could try to just do the points. Let's see if we can do that. Not too bad. And then we'll be able to put a sentiment over it. So really have some fun and just really play and play and play. I'm going to show you what I did here on these cards. This was done with the Framed Occasions stamp set. And then I also brought in the matching dies for this one. All right. Really fun stamp set, by the way. And so let me go ahead and show you. You're going to have in your notes there, in your diagram, when I get that updated for you, 2 3/4 by 11. So let me show you what we're going to do here. I'm going to take a Cajun Craze ink pad, and I'm going to stamp the hexagon there and the circle there. Now let's get some sentiments inside. So I'm going to say, thankful we're friends, and wishing you the best day ever. Like I said, I was really kind of trying to go for some masculine cards here. So we have that stamping done, and I'm going to bring in the dies, and let me show you what we're going to do here. So I'm going to do a circle die there, and then this one will go right over it. We're going to use those together. And then we're going to, let's see, I think I did the exact same, whoops, the exact same size. No, I did not. I'm going to use the largest hexagon, and we'll die cut that. So now you'll know what to do when you see that in the diagram going, Connie, what are you doing with that great big piece of cardstock? That is what we're doing. So we're going to create these. And I think now you can kind of see how I just added those to my card and did just a little more stamping and topped it with some rose gold and white ribbon. Again, maybe not the most masculine thing in the world, but that's just what I came up with. Oh, Margie says I have trouble following directions and get all messed up. Well, you know what, Margie? You and I are in the same boat. That was it. That was alive. How about that for alive? My friends, you know what? That's what creativity and stamping together is all about. Let's just get together and have fun. Is it perfect? Oh gosh, no. But we are going to always have a good time. Too bad I didn't have some Christmas music on in the background and we could have licked the donkey and talk about Santa's tummy and sang a little Rudolph as well. So thank you everyone for joining me. Hey, before I go, I do want to let you know that my newsletter is going to come out tomorrow. And I'm just going to say, I have got the do-all, end-all fudge recipe. Jenny's famous fudge, well, famous in our house. If you've got, oh, hi. Oh, speaking of, I did not know you were coming.
You didn't hear me?
No.
I commented. I told everyone, hey guys, I'm coming in, so I apologize if the dogs bark.
Hi.
Hi.
I did not know you were going to be here.
Yeah, we had early lunch today
Okay.
because of the show.
All right. Well, speaking of Jenny's fabulous fudge, right? It's the best fudge ever.
It is.
That recipe is going to be in my newsletter tomorrow. So go over to Simply Simple Stamping. I cannot believe you just showed up. Go over to simplysimplestamping.com. And a little pop-up's going to come up and you can join my newsletter. There's a great tutorial in there as well. This is the dog that you heard all through today's live. Yeah, Tugger, he's so dainty. He's a delicate dog. You know what he does when he jumps up on you? He just jumps and lays in your lap. No. It's like, we call him devil dog because he throws himself at you. He is one solid dog. Anyway, simplysimplestamping.com. Sign up for the newsletter. You're going to get Jenny's fudge recipe. Trust me, you will thank me. You will never have to search for a fudge recipe again. And it's not that fantasy fudge one. No, no, no. This one is like real melt in your mouth, blow your mind fudge. That's going to be in tomorrow's newsletter. So sign up. That is all for me. Thank heavens, because I had a mess of cards today. But the idea is that you were inspired, how you're going to use some geometric shapes, and what to do when you mess up. You just get creative, right? And that's what we do.
Connie?
Thank you all so
Connie?
much for being here. I'm going to go update that diagram and the tutorial for you. So give me about 15, 20 minutes, and I will make sure. Let's see, what time is it?
Hey, Connie.
How about I put that up at noon Central Time? I'll get that put up for you. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great one. See you later. Bye-bye.